Time for the Legal Minute with Martin Harding and Mazzotti at 1-800-LAW-1010. Got Ben in this week. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
So Heather Locklear in some trouble.
She is in some trouble.
What happened now?
She's been accused of battery on a first responder, and I think there's some other domestic charges relative to her significant other, but essentially Heather Locklear had called the local 911 number out in California, I believe, and in response to that 911 call where she alleged some domestic abuse, the police and EMS workers showed up at her house, and she ultimately had committed an act of violence against them. What's called battery, which is a crime of intentionally or recklessly causing offensive physical contact or bodily harm to someone. That's what she's alleged to have done.
And she's the one that called. She's the one that called 911.
She's the one that called 911. 911 shows up, and she assaults them.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Right, so she was resisting arrest, am I right? Or resisting to get help from the...
What was she resisting?
Well, she was obstructing justice in the sense that the police were there to investigate a crime, an alleged crime. She was blocking the lawful application of medical assistance to someone who could have been her significant other or herself. And then ultimately, I think that the police made a decision that she was potentially the aggressor, or she was certainly being aggressive to EMS and police. When they attempted to restrain her and arrest her, she resisted, which escalated the situation.
Do we know if she was? Do we know if she was on anything, drunk or anything like that?
The reports don't indicate that. I imagine if she was arrested, they may have subjected her to a toxicology screen or a breathalyzer, but probably not.
So what's she in for?
I think she was just issued. I think she was arrested and issued a citation, and so she will have to show up with her attorney. Or in fact, in California, for misdemeanor level offenses, you don't have to show up to court with your attorney. So I imagine her attorney is going to show up in court, plead not guilty, request a bunch of paperwork from the police and the arresting officers, and try to sweep this under the rug.
So you can't plead mental illness. You can't plead anything like that, right?
Or,
you did it.
Or is it even a big enough deal to worry about it?
Well, she may certainly have some defenses. I don't know what those defenses would be in California.
Right.
I don't know if she would be able to plead, temporary insanity or something like that. I imagine that her attorney is going to be making enough money to come up with some creative defenses.
Okay, that's what they do.
Now, in Vermont, there are similar laws that apply both in Vermont and New York. If the police show up or emergency personnel show up to investigate or provide emergency assistance, somebody cannot prevent them from doing that. That's also a crime.
Well, that's good law.
It's good to know.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for clearing it up with Heather Locklear. We'll keep our eyes on that. Ben, have a good week, brother.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mary.
Martin Harding and Mazzotti at 1-800-LAW-1010.